game on the planet Earth is, if you have a good health, if you have a good physical health, then you can have a great life on the planet Earth. So that is the rule. That is the rule of the game on the planet Earth. So fundamentally, everybody is concerned and focused on the physical health. If you are having physical health, if you are physically healthy, that means you are mentally healthy. That means you are emotionally, psychologically also healthy. So this physical, emotional, psychological health, these are all the fruits. The root is the spiritual health, my dear friends. When the roots are taken care, the fruits are also taken care. Man is suffering of illness, disease, and his lifespan is reduced because of the lack of understanding of spiritual science, the lack of understanding of life science, of the lack of understanding of the art of living. So because of this lack of understanding, there is so much disease, suffering, illness. Even the lifespan is getting reduced and man is dying a miserable death. The humanity, most of the humanity, they are vacating the body in the old age helplessly. If you go to the advanced star systems, in your meditation, if you open your third eye and you see the other dimensions, then you will see that in the other advanced star systems, in the other advanced dimensions, people live as long as they want. For 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, as long as they want. And once they finish the work, they vacate the body at will, what we call as Ichcha Marana. There is no death fundamentally, but you consciously vacate the body because your work is finished. Even on the planet Earth, there are people who do like that. There are many yogis, rishis in Himalayas. They live for hundreds and hundreds of years. And once the time is up, they consciously vacate the body. So that should be the way. While you are living on the planet Earth, whether it is 80 years, 100 years, 150 years, 200 years, until the last breath, we have to live a healthy life. We have to have a healthy body. And when it is time to go, we consciously go, we happily go. Not because the body is diseased, not because the body cannot sustain life. We cannot have a helpless situation. So, health is very, very important. Because of a little bit of ignorance, a little bit of laziness, a little bit of arrogance, and the lack of understanding of the bigger picture of life, the lack of understanding of the spiritual science behind the life force, man is suffering. And it is completely wrong if you think your body is made up of only atoms and molecules, cells, nanocells. This is a very limited understanding. There is a great energy behind these atoms and molecules and this body cells, and there is a great science. There is an energy field behind it. What is that energy? In front of your eyes, you can see only atoms and molecules, but behind the screens, there is a lot of things happening. There is this invisible force which you cannot see through your physical eyes, but when you open your spiritual eye, you can see all the invisible force supporting this physical system. So these powers are willpower. You can write it down. As you are listening, as you are understanding, write down the key points and refer to it again and again and again. The truth has to be heard again and again. The truth has to be referred again and again. So these powers are Ichcha Shakti, willpower, Jnana Shakti, knowledge power, and Kriya Shakti, work power or execution power. So this background energy is the force which sustains the atoms and molecules, the cells. They work behind the screens. It is like, you take an example of building a house. You want to build a house. To build a house, first, you need to have a blueprint. You need the help of the architects, the engineers, and they first design, have a blueprint, have the plan ready. So, in the first step, you need to have a strong willpower to build a house. Without willpower, you cannot build. You need a strong willpower, you need a strong desire. Yes, I need a house. That willpower, that desire helps you to get into the field, get into the action mode, get into the planning stage. And then you need a lot of knowledge power. You need the knowledge of all the engineers, the architects to plan for it, to see what will be the strength of the foundation, what will be the strength of the pillars, and what materials to be used, what is the technology to be used to build. So these engineers, these engineers and architects, they go through 4-5 years of engineering degree. They acquire the knowledge. So you need a lot of knowledge power. And finally, you need a lot of masons. You need a lot of workers on the field who can carry the bricks, cement, sand, mortar, and place one by one brick at a time. So they work together. And finally, you get the house ready. So you need this willpower, knowledge power, and the work execution, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Icha Shakti. All these powers are there behind building a house. Similarly, behind our atoms and molecules and cells and behind this physical body, all these energies are there. For a normal person, for a doctor, for an allopathy doctor, they cannot see. The allopathy doctor can see only atoms and molecules. They cannot see the Praana Shakti behind it. They cannot see the invisible field. But a person with spiritual understanding, a person with an understanding of what happens behind the screen, what happens behind this physicality, a person who understands the bigger picture of life, he can understand and he can see all those things. That is the holistic living. The holistic living and the holistic health is nothing but you understand that the physical health depends on your emotional and psychological health, and your emotional and psychological health depends on your spiritual health. So health is not only physical, health is physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual. So when you understand it is all interrelated, it cannot be separated, it is all interrelated. The roots and the fruits are part of one tree. It's one entity. When you understand this, then yes, you understand health. There is always a cause behind every effect. The law of cause and effect. If you want a beautiful house, then you have to plan it beautifully. You have to work for it. And you have to make efforts to build it. And after you build a beautiful house, you have to maintain it. Then only the house remains beautiful. Similarly, even for the health, it is the same. If you want a good health, that is the effect. The effect is you want a good health. So there should be a cause for it. So the cause is the right understanding of life. So unless you have the right understanding of life, you cannot have good health. Let us go a little bit detail about understanding of how this body, let us understand the science of the physical body. The soul chooses the parents. The soul chooses the father and mother. From the causal planes, from the higher worlds, the soul chooses which family I should be born, which mother I should choose, which father I should choose. The soul plans in the higher worlds. There is a lot of planning before a child is born on the planet Earth. Before the soul incarnates, there is a very detailed planning happens. Just like we have a detailed planning to build a house, there is a detailed planning blueprint. There is a soul plan which happens in the higher worlds. And once they choose the parents, then how the physical body is formed. A male and a female, they come together. what we could, the sperm is from the male, and the ovaries, the eggs from the female. They come together and they form the zygote, and then the fetus is slowly getting formed. So from one cell, it multiplies into multiple cells. Slowly, slowly, the organs starts forming. So do you think it is just happening automatically on its own? Do you think the atoms and molecules are splitting and multiplying and the organs are forming? The heart, the kidneys, the liver, everything is, the feet, the fingers, the hair, everything is forming automatically in the mother's womb? No. There are millions and millions of nature spirits who work behind the screens. What we call Prakriti Devas. Nature spirits. So these nature spirits, these elementals, millions of them, they work very coordinated way. They work very carefully inside the mother's womb for the fetus to be developed so that the organs are formed correctly, rightly, according to the karmic design of the incoming soul. You see, the soul from the higher worlds, it plans, and along with this nature spirits, the soul also is working towards building its own body. So before the soul incarnates, the soul plans, okay, what are the lessons I need to learn in this lifetime? And what are the challenges? What are the soul? What is the stages and what is the soul design in that particular lifetime? How that lifetime is going to be is carefully planned. And then it takes up the prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma is a karma which the soul brings. See, we have sanchita karma. Sanchita karma is the karma of all our lifetimes. The karma of all our lifetimes is sanchita karma. It's the reservoir of all your karmas of all your lifetimes. And from that sanchita karma, you bring a small portion to this particular lifetime. That is prarabdha karma. So according to the prarabdha karma, the fetus, the body shape is taking place in the mother's womb. So karma is stored in the etheric body. So according to this karma, the fetus starts growing inside the mother's womb. The body is getting prepared in the mother's womb. And the soul is monitoring, supporting the process. And these nature spirits, these Prakriti Devas, they all help, support. Millions of them, they come and support, build cell by cell. This is how the fetus is formed. It takes 9 months average to build the whole process. And finally, when it is time, when all the building process is finished, then the soul enters completely, 100%. So with the first breath, the soul is fully incarnated into the body. Sometimes all the work is done, but the soul chooses not to come. Yes, the soul contributes, the soul plans, the millions of Prakriti Devas, they are working together, coordinating. But in the last minute, the soul decides, no, this is not the right time. Because in the planning stage, it is the right time. But everything is dynamic, everything is constantly changing. The soul decides, no, I don't want to go now. I will go at a later stage. So then the soul has a free will. So the soul pulls back its energy. So that results in the miscarriage. So that is the free will of the soul. And even the mother also has the free will. The mother also has the free will. Okay, I don't need the baby now. Maybe at a later stage. So the mother goes for abortion. So as the mother has a free will, the soul also has a free will not to come. But when the soul builds, the process is complete, and then the soul finally enters. It is like, you plan the house. You will sit in your home. You are building a new house. You will sit in your home and all the planning, working, execution is done at the construction site. Now and then you will have a field visit to see how the progress is going on. But once the house is built, you have to do the housewarming ceremony. After doing the housewarming ceremony, you enter the house. So that is the birth. Entering the new house is nothing but the birth. completely the soul entering the body. So there is so much science behind this. And behind every organ, there is a field force, there is a workforce. Just by building the organ, it doesn't mean the work is finished. The maintenance is also there. So this Prakriti Devas, this field force, this workforce is always maintaining every organ of our physical body throughout its lifetime until we stay on the planet Earth. So this is how precious our physical body is. There is a lot of work behind the screens. So just an example, you take the movie, you take any movie. You see the movie only for 1.5 hours, 2 hours on the screen. But there is months and months and months of work behind the screen. Thousands of workers, technicians, producers, directors, technicians, workers, field workers, thousands of people working behind to produce that 2 hours movie. Take the movie of Bahubali. You see for only 2.5 hours, but 5 years of work and thousands of employees, so many directors, so many assistant directors, so many technicians from all over the world. They brought in and they worked for 5 years to produce that one movie. So such is the design of even our physical body. So such precious, there are a lot of work behind the screens. And if you don't understand this preciousness of this body, and out of your ignorance or out of your laziness, people destroy. They don't value it. Drinking, abusing, all kinds of physical abuse they inflict on the physical body. And naturally, they end up suffering. Illness, disease is the result of the lack of understanding. So you might say, okay, sir, fine. I understand now that yes, it is very precious. I understand. But now I want to have a good health. What should I do? Yes, let us come to that. What should we do now to have a good health? So let us focus on that direction. So the first point is you have to understand there are certain energies which is responsible for your health. The first and the foremost energy which is responsible is Athma Shakthi. There is something called Athma Shakthi. We are all soul. So our soul has energy. That is the primary energy. That is the fundamental energy of our existence on this planet Earth in the physical body. How do we harvest this Athma Shakthi? The more you have Athma Shakthi, the more vibrant your health is. So how do we harvest it? Every moment you have to remember and you have to tell yourself consciously, I am not the body. I am pure soul. I am Atma, currently residing in this body. So every day you get up in the morning and see yourself in the mirror. You tell yourself, I am not the body. I am Atma. I am a pure soul, currently residing in this body, currently having this body, currently enjoying the life on the planet Earth. So the more you are identified with your soul consciousness, the more you have Atma Shakti, my dear friends. That is very, very important point. If you think you are just the body, then suffering is inevitable. So you should have a lot of Atma Shakti to have the holistic health, to have a vibrant health. That's the most important point. And the second most important point is Praana Shakti. The first is Atma Shakti. The second is Praana Shakti. Life force energy. So every time we breathe, we take prana also. Along with oxygen, we take prana. The body naturally takes prana, but we can add this Prana Shakti. How? By doing meditation. When you do meditation, When you focus on your breath consciously, when you are making a conscious focus, witness, observation on your natural breath, you are harvesting more Prana Shakti. Just by breathing simple oxygen in a day to day, every moment we are all breathing, we get some amount of Prana Shakti. But if you consciously do it, then you get abundant amount of Prana Shakti. You see all the yogis, they don't eat food. There are many yogis, and even the normal people, there are more than 20,000 people on the planet Earth. They live only on prana. They don't take food. They don't take even fruits. They just live on prana. Breatharians, Chashmuhin is known to all of us. She lives in Australia, and she has become a mother, and she has become a grandmother, and she's living a normal life, but she's a breatharian. For more than 40 years, she has not eaten anything, even fruits. Similarly, there are many, many people, even in our Indian culture, there are many yogis who don't eat any food, but they live for hundreds and hundreds of years. How? Because they harvest this Prana Shakti. They do intense meditation and they harvest this Prana Shakti. So fundamentally, to sustain life, to have a healthy, vibrant life on the planet Earth, Atma Shakti is the first priority and Prana Shakti is the second. So these two, Atma Shakti and Prana Shakti, this is sufficient for you to live a healthy life. And the third force, the third point is water energy, Jala Shakti. Our body is made up of 80% water. Our body is made up of 80% water. So we should drink plenty of water. Our stomach should be full of water. The more you drink the water, the more the sustenance of prana, the more the sustenance of the health, the sustenance of the vibrancy of your physical health. So water is very, very important, my dear friends. You see all the yogis and rishis, they always have a kamandala with them. So what they do? In the kamandala, they drink plenty. They do more meditation and they drink plenty of water. Always their stomach is filled with water. That's why they keep a kamandala. So we have to drink plenty of water. Some people, they have the habit of drinking water just to quench the thirst of the throat. No, you should drink water for your stomach, not for your throat. So you have to drink plenty of water. Minimum 5 liters of water per day. More water. So that is the third point, my dear friends. So with these three, you can live a healthy life. Atma Shakti, Prana Shakti, Jala Shakti. Because our body is mainly with water. So these three is sufficient. But food is mainly for taste, is mainly for celebration, is mainly for enjoyment. Food is primarily to enjoy the taste, to celebrate. But there is a science behind the food as well. When you take balanced food, right food, then it helps in your physical health. If you don't take the right food, if you don't take the balanced food, and that very food destroys your health. If you don't eat the right food, that will destroy your health. If you don't eat the balanced food, that will destroy your health. But when you eat the right food and the balanced food, that will help to have a healthy body, a healthy mind. So what is the right food? Let us understand the right food. The right food is, point number one, the right food is the food of love. What is the food of love? The food of love is the food prepared with love, with gratitude. So that is primarily the plant-based food. The plants, the trees, they produce food, not for themselves to consume, but for others to eat, for the birds to eat, for the animals to eat, for the humans to eat. They produce with so much love. They never consume it, but they produce it to serve others. So that vibration, that energy is full of prana. It's full of love. So when you consume that plant-based food, that is the right food. That helps in good health. vibrant health. And what is the wrong food? The wrong food is the food of pain, suffering, killing, blood. That is the wrong food. When you eat that food, you are poisoning your body. When you kill an animal and eat that food is full of suffering and pain. And naturally, what you eat, you will manifest that. You will go through a lot of pain and suffering. Even scientifically, it is proved. Before an animal is getting killed, the animal has this fight or flight instincts. They produce a lot of hormones, fight or flight, adrenaline. They produce a lot of adrenaline. So when the animal, before it is going to get killed, some danger is there. 10 seconds, 20 seconds before that, the animal knows instinctively. So it produces a lot of adrenaline. And that adrenaline goes into the cells of the body. And even you cook the meat, that still remains in the cells of the meat. And when you eat that adrenaline, you go through that fear, you go through the same fear. So that's why the humanity is suffering. The suffering of the humanity, the fear of the humanity is because of this wrong food. So the right food is the food of love, my dear friends. And the second point is you have to eat Satvik food. What is Satvik food? Even when you're eating the plant-based food, again, there is a science how you can eat that food. Primarily, more fruits. You should eat more fruits and more vegetables. And the vegetables should not be overcooked. Some people, they have the habit of overcooking. So when you overcook, all the nutrition is gone. So you should have the right cooking. So you should cook to the point where you can chew comfortably. So the vegetables should be crunchy. That is very important. It should be crunchy and tasty. It should have that original fragrance and aroma. The original taste should be there. You cannot destroy the original taste of the vegetable by overcooking. Okay, so that is right consumption. And the food should be eaten always fresh and hot. Some people have the habit of cooking the food and keeping in the fridge for days together. That is wrong. The food has to be cooked fresh and eaten within 3 hours. When you cook the food, you should consume that food within 3 hours. And after 3 hours, the prana energy goes away. So no cooked food in the fridge. No cooked food in the fridge at any cost. The moment you put the cooked food in the fridge, it's destroyed. No energy, zero. So Sattvic food means pure food. Now there are two categories, food of love and food of pain and suffering. Again, when it comes to the food of love, we have to consume more fruits. That's the first priority, more fruits. Then even in the cooked food, we have to cook in the right way. What is cooking in the right way? You have to cook mindfully. The food has to be cooked mindfully. There should be absolutely no mobile phones in the kitchen, no multitasking while you're cooking. When you're cooking, your 100% focus is always towards the cooking process. And you cannot enter the kitchen without taking a shower. Some people have the habit, they get up and they go to the kitchen straight to do the cooking. That is absolutely wrong. That is not right. Your aura should be clean. The hands which cook matters. The energy of the person who cooks matters. So before you enter the kitchen, you should take a quick shower so that your aura is cleansed. And you go to the kitchen, you cut mindfully with a smile on your face, with a lot of gratitude towards the farmers, towards the nature, and towards all the traders, to have a lot of gratitude that you got such a delicious vegetables in front of you, and you cut mindfully. You cut the vegetables mindfully. Mindfulness means no multitasking, only 100% focus on what you're doing. Your awareness is only on that cooking process, on that cutting process. That is mindfulness. So when you're cooking, you are full focused on that process. Then the food becomes the medicine. It has a lot of energy. It has a lot of prana. It has a lot of vibrancy. That is the right way of cooking. And it has to be consumed fresh and hot, never to be kept in the fridge. And the right way of eating. What is the right way of eating? The right way of eating is you should eat only when you're hungry. That is the most important point. Some people, they keep eating from time to time to time. Morning 7 o'clock, okay, time to eat breakfast. Morning, afternoon 1 o'clock, time to eat the lunch. Whether you're hungry or not, doesn't matter, you have to eat food. Again 7 o'clock, you have to eat. Doesn't whether you're hungry or not. No, that should not be the way. You should be sensitive to your body. If you are sensitive to the body, then the body will cooperate with you to have a healthy life on the planet Earth, to enjoy your life. If you are not sensitive to the body, how do you expect the body to cooperate with you to have a healthy life? You should be very, very sensitive towards your own body. The more enlightened you are, the more sensitive you are to your body. So what is being sensitive to the body? Being sensitive to the body means eat only when you are hungry. Your body will signal you. Your body will tell you, I'm hungry now. So that time you eat. If you're not hungry, you should not eat. Eat only when you're hungry. And eat only according to your hunger. Don't overeat. The right way of eating is you should not eat belly full. You should never eat belly full. You should always keep little bit of hunger. For example, if you're 100%, let's say your hunger is 100%, you should eat only to the 75% hunger. 25% should always remain. Your stomach should, little bit, 25% of your stomach should remain empty so that the digestion can happen. And that little bit of hunger should always be left in the stomach so that you can enjoy the next meal. If you are not hungry, you cannot enjoy the taste of the food. So that is the right way of eating. Never eat belly full. Always little bit stomach should be empty. And eat mindfully. All your dining tables should be the zone of silence. Eat mindfully. No discussion on the dining table. Some people, they have the habit of discussing about finance, money, economy, news, politics. Absolutely wrong. When you're eating, all those negative thoughts, negative stuff goes into the food and into the body, into the process. That destroys the health. The dining table should be the zone of silence. And you should eat mindfully. When you eat mindfully, then there's so much energy you are absorbing. That adds to the vibrancy of your health. This is the right way of eating. So after food, then comes the sleep you should have. Sleep is very important for the health. You should have balanced sleep. You might ask, sir, if we meditate, we get cosmic energy. Is it not sufficient? Do we need sleep? It is not necessary. If you are a great meditator, if you are a yogi, you don't need sleep because you're getting a lot of cosmic energy. But you have to do more intense meditation, like a rishi, like a yogi. You have to do more intense meditation. Then you don't need sleep. You might have energy, but every day you need some amount of rest to your body. Energy-wise, you no need, but the flesh, the bones, they need a little bit of rest. So for that, sleep is important. So what is a balanced sleep? A balanced sleep means you are not sleeping too little, you are not sleeping too much. You are sleeping the right amount. What is the right amount? It depends from person to person. The balanced sleep depends from person to person. Okay. So if you are a meditator, if you are an intense meditator, then probably you need only 3-4 hours sleep per day. That's all. If you're not a meditator, if you're doing a lot of hard work in the field, then your body needs a little more rest. Again, be sensitive to your body. If you are sensitive to your body, you know what amount of sleep you need. You listen to your body. The more you practice meditation every day, the more naturally you notice your sleep requirements reduces. More meditation, you need less sleep. For example, you are used to sleeping 8 hours per day and you start practicing meditation. Naturally, on its own, your sleep reduces from 8 hours to 7 hours, from 7 hours to 6 hours, 6 hours to 5 hours, 5 hours to 4 hours. It naturally starts reducing. Your sleep requirements naturally starts reducing. You will automatically become awake. Some people who practice meditation intensely, they notice that they wake up. After 3 hours of sleep, they wake up. After 4 hours of sleep, automatically they wake up. and they worry, oh, I'm not getting enough sleep. No, Baba, you don't need to worry. You have got enough energy, so there is no need of sleep. So that is the time you have to use to reading books or doing meditation or do your hobbies, enjoy your life. You have so much time. Out of 24 hours, 4 hours of sleep is sufficient for a meditator. So a meditator has 20 hours every day to do whatever he wants. So a balanced sleep is a sleep which is not sleeping too much and not sleeping too little. And you can split. A good balanced sleep is you have to split. Don't sleep continuously at a stretch. If only the first 3 hours of your sleep, your body is recharging faster. And then later on, the energy is going down. That's why you see sometimes you oversleep, you feel very tired, you get up and you feel very tired if you sleep, because you lose energy when you oversleep. When you sleep for a long duration, you lose energy. So you can split it into two. In the night, you can sleep for 3.5, 4 hours. And then in the afternoon, you take a power nap, siesta. You take a power nap for half an hour, 1 hour in the afternoon. So that adds vibrancy. That is a very good sleep. That siesta you do in the afternoon, that half an hour power nap, you get a lot of energy. So you can split the sleep into two. 3.5 hours in the night and half an hour to 1 hour in the afternoon. That is a very good way of balancing your sleep. Okay. So after the sleep, so we are discussing the points how to maintain good health, how to get, after understanding the science behind the body, science behind the health and living. Now, after realizing the significance, the preciousness of our life on the planet Earth, of the body, of the health, now we are discussing about what are the points to understand so that we can implement in our day-to-day life. These are the points we're discussing to implement in our day-to-day life so that we can live a healthy life. This is the real wealth. So now the next point is you have to connect with the nature. The more you connect with the nature, the more you absorb the energy from the nature. Walking barefoot helps you to absorb a lot of energy from the Mother Earth. The earth has a lot of energy field. And when you walk barefoot, your feet is very sensitive. Your feet is very, very sensitive. So when you walk barefoot in the nature, in the forest, in the hills, you are trekking the mountains, then you absorb a lot of energy from the earth. That energy helps you to balance any emotional imbalances, any energy imbalances. It helps you to balance it. So walking barefoot as much as possible is also very, very important. That's why you see in India, especially in South India, there are some places in North India, mainly in South India, all the temples are built on the hills. And they have this habit that they should not walk with slippers. They should leave the slippers at the foothill. The foothill, they have to leave the slippers and they have to trek barefoot. So when you're trekking barefoot, then you get a lot of energy that adds health. So spend time, as much time as possible in the nature. If you cannot go to the forest and nature so frequently, at least in front of your house, where there is a grass, lawn, sand, soil, make sure your feet is touching the soil, the stones, the rocks every day. That is a very good grounding exercise. And the next point to remember is take long showers, at least 2 showers per day, and take long showers. The long showers helps you to cleanse the aura, to recharge your aura, and any kind of emotional imbalances gets naturally balanced. If you can do this experiment. You are emotionally tensed, you are feeling agitated, you are feeling angry, you are feeling jealous, all those emotions. Just go to the bathroom, immediately take a shower, and then you notice you feel so calm. Your emotions immediately come into calmness. after shower. Do this experiment. Whenever you are feeling agitated, whenever you are feeling stressed, immediately go take a shower. If you're not feeling comfortable in your body, you are feeling a little irritated, the first thing is go to the shower and you see the magic. You feel fresh. Okay. So minimum 2 showers per day. And if you are practicing intense meditation, more is better. And also spending time in nature bodies, in water bodies like lakes, rivers, beaches, waterfalls. Spend time, swimming pools. Make sure you are inside the water for 1 hour, 2 hours. That also adds to the vibrancy of the health. And the last point is you have to do more meditation and more good karmas. That is very, very important. Along with doing meditation, more good karmas. My dear friends, you please underline this point. The more good karmas you do, the more you will have a healthy life. The more you have a vibrant life. Because when you do service, there is Athma Shakthi. The real joy is when you do service. Only a person who practice unconditionally voluntary work, service. What is service? Service means there is no expectations. The definition of service means there is absolutely no expectations. Whatever you do, no expectations of name, fame, recognition, or even acknowledgement, no expectation. You are just simply doing a job voluntarily out of your own joy, for your own joy. That is service. So only a person who does service know what is the real joy. The more you do service, the more you are radiating with joy. And this joy radiates from every cell of your body, and naturally you will live a healthy life. So more good karmas adds to your health. Physical health, it adds to your physical health, it adds to your psychological health, it adds to your emotional health. That is very, very important. Along with meditation, whatever it is possible, whatever you can do, you have to do. Good karmas, service is very important. And pyramid energy, utilize the pyramid energy. Pyramids are amazing tools to amplify the energy. So you can keep water inside a pyramid overnight and drink the pyramid water. Or you can keep the fruits, vegetables. You can sleep under the pyramid. You can meditate under the pyramid. So the pyramid is an amazing tool which amplifies the energy. So utilizing the pyramid energy, that is very important as well. That's a tool. It's a support available. You take the support. And the concluding point is, never think of old age. If you think of old age, then you will manifest the old age. So the yogis, the rishis, they live hundreds and hundreds of years. So you can live as long as you want on the planet Earth healthily. That is the truth, my dear friends. Don't program your mind that I'm getting old and I might fall ill, I might get some disease. Don't have this negative thinking. That is most important. As you think, so you become. This is the great truth. This is the great spiritual law. As you think, so you become. If you think of negativity, if you think of illness, you will manifest illness. If you think of old age, you will manifest old age. So never have any negative thoughts about your health and about your old age. The old age is just an illusion. You can live as long as you want healthily. We have, even in our Mahabharatas, even in our Ramayanas, there are quite a number of examples of Chiranjivas. They can live eternally in the physical bodies. We have like Hanuman as an example. He's a Chiranjeevi. He's still living on the planet Earth. Of course, normal people cannot see, but meditators can see. And we have Ashwatthama. He's also a Chiranjeevi. So we have many, these characters give us enough evidence that you can live as long as you want, eternally. As you think, so you become. So fundamentally, the concluding point is spiritual health is the root and physical health is the fruit. If you don't understand the science behind the body, if you don't understand the life science, if you don't understand the art of living, then disease, illness, suffering is inevitable. But when you understand, then there is holistic health. Then you can enjoy your life. That is the real wealth. Health is the real wealth, my dear friends. Okay, so as part of this retreat, we are going to practice Mauna also. So I'll explain the science behind Mauna, how to practice the silence. I will explain it at a later stage. And then I'll go into, we have understood the right cooking process and the right eating process. So later on, as we progress forward in this virtual transformation program, I'll discuss about detox, taking only juices, and how to detox your body. I will share it later on as we progress. Okay, so now let us take some questions.
So I am also teaching meditation. 100 plus people are there, and I feel some spiritual ego. I'm seeing some masters in spiritual ego. So how can I save myself from spiritual ego? So much appreciation, so much wishes, good, that, this. So this is all about questions, sir.
Okay, so you're asking about spiritual ego. First, we need to understand what is spiritual ego. Spiritual ego is nothing but feeling special. You feel special about yourself and you feel you know everything. That is spiritual ego. So you are asking, how do you help you? How can you help yourself from spiritual ego? It's very simple. Always remind yourself that what you know is very limited and what you don't know is, what you know is like a small stone, what you don't know is like a big mountain. So always there is more things to learn. So when you understand that always there are things to learn and it's a constant work in progress, this learning process is an eternal process. This soul journey is eternal journey. So when you understand this, then you become humble and you're open to learning all the time. Okay, and never feel special. Never feel you are the only special one. Every single person on the planet Earth is special because everybody is a child of God. Every single person has the same potential. So when you understand this grand truth, every single person is special on the planet Earth, then naturally there is respect towards your fellow beings. And with that, there is no place for spiritual ego. Okay? Always remember, every single person is special. And constantly focus on your learning. That's all.
Hello, sir. My name is Shailaja and I'm from Canada. So, in meditation, we are receiving cosmic energy and the healing is happening. So, there are some other techniques also, like, for example, Reiki. So, in Reiki also, we are receiving cosmic energy. So, why to choose meditation over Reiki?
Reiki is a old technology. Reiki was introduced during the World War. Right? There was so much of suffering on the planet Earth. So Reiki was introduced at the time. Reiki is a technique given by the star beings, given by the other dimension, where you use certain symbols and you harvest certain energy. And that is an old technology. So in Reiki, you are still dependent on outside. But in meditation, it is you are no more dependent on the outside. Meditation is a process of realization. You are realizing your own strength. You are realizing your own inner potential. You are no more dependent. You are no more dependent on the external. Yes, at the time during the World War, the Earth was going through a major shift and some external help is needed. In emergencies, yes, you take external help. But now in this new age, in the age of light, there is no need of any external help. And in this new age, when you are focusing on external help, then you can never become a master. An enlightened master radiates energy because he realized his potential. He is no more dependent on outside. So if you want to be a master, you have to be a meditator, not dependent on outside energy forces. Okay, harvest your Athma Shakthi. Then you become a master.
My question is, being a vegetarian and that we are not consuming dairy and eggs, does a meditator require to consume supplements for vitamins or nutrients that is not present or lacking in plant-based diet? For instance, vitamin B12. So probably you can share your perspective.
No need. There are breatharians who don't eat any food, but they are living a happy life. As I told you, Jash Mohin, she has become a mother. She has given birth to a child. And even when she was pregnant, she was not eating any food. She was harvesting prana energy. So all those vitamins, supplements, it is needed, or else you will go through this illness and problems. These are all the programming from the pharma industry has programmed our minds. Okay, so you see, traditionally, these supplements came recently, right? Before 50 years before, 100 years before, food used to be our medicine, right? So we have all the nutrition, whatever we need, we have all the nutrition in our fruits and vegetables. You don't need extra supplements. Eat more fruits and don't worry about all the supplements. But eat organic fruits. Don't eat fruits which are contaminated with chemicals and pesticides. So that's again part of the pharma. They want to poison you first and then they want to give you medicine. So they're getting double income. All right. So consume more fruits, organic fruits, and eat happily. The most important is when you're eating, you should eat happy. Eat happily without any concern about vitamins, minerals, nutrition. Eat happily. Enjoy the food. Naturally, health will be part of your life. You will be healthy.
My question is how to stop this extraordinary energy in my waking state, which is flowing continuously, very painful, uncomfortable, not allowing me to do meditation, which I would love to do for few hours, but maximum I struggle and do for half an hour.
Do more grounding exercises. Do more grounding. Walk barefoot. Take long showers. And whenever you find there is a tree, you hug the trees. You hug the trees. Spend more time in nature. Take a walk along the beach if you have. Make sure you are walking barefoot. Take the water energy. Take the nature energy. That will help you to ground. If you are getting more energy and if your body, you see, the body takes its own time to recalibrate for the energy. Your body is not used to receiving so energy, and suddenly you are meditating and you're receiving more energy. So certainly for some people, the body needs some time to recalibrate. So do more grounding exercise. It will be all right.
Thank you.
Yes. Spend more time in nature. Take the help of the trees. Hug the trees. That will help you. Okay.
I am born in Sikh religion, and I was going to Gurdwara Sahib every day with my mother. I came with some sort of mindset that they have told us, Guru Manyo Granth, like you have to follow. I am very, very much in confusion at the moment. Should I leave the religion completely to follow the meditation?
Guru Nanak Ji got enlightened, and his teachings is all about oneness. Fundamental teaching is oneness. And Guru Nanak Ji spoke about meditation, and he meditated a lot, right? So if you want to be practicing your religion to the core of it, then meditation is essential. Meditation is Sikhism. Oneness you get through meditation is the motto of the religion, right? So when you are meditating, you are not going away from your religion. You are understanding your religion. Only a meditator can understand a Jesus Christ. Only a meditator can understand a Buddha. Only a meditator can understand Guru Nanak. Only a meditator can understand Muhammad. It is like this, If you want to understand how great Tendulkar is, Dhoni is, Kohli is, then you need to know what is cricket and you need to be practicing cricket. Then only you can know the greatness of it. If you don't play cricket, you don't know the real greatness of of a great cricket player. So unless you meditate, you cannot understand Guru Nanak Ji. You cannot understand his teachings. Okay, so meditation becomes essential if you want to be a true Sikhi. Okay.
And my question is, how to have pyramid energy at home?
You can hang pyramids. When you are meditating, you can use pyramid caps. You can either sit inside a pyramid or you can sit under a pyramid. So you can buy pyramids online. Okay, make sure it is perfect angles, golden angles, 51 degrees, 51 minutes. Okay, so there is a base and there is an inclination. This is how the pyramid shape is. So the angle of inclination should be 51 degrees, 50 minutes. So you can hang pyramids where you are sitting to do your work or under your study table, or even you can hang pyramids to the wall in your bedroom. Okay, so you please go through the PSSM website. You will have more understanding on pyramids and pyramid energy.
And my greatest takeaway today is like you have to shower before you get into the kitchen. That was really a thing, because each time I get back from work, I normally charge to the kitchen. So that's to say, every time from work, we have to get our shower before we get into the kitchen, is it?
Yes, basically to cleanse your aura so that you don't carry forward your negative thoughts. See, sometimes you don't have negative thoughts, but people project. So you take a shower, you cleanse all that energies and your aura is fresh. So just a quick shower. You don't need to put chemical soap. No, just a little bit of water. That is sufficient.
Just rinse your body, right?
Yes, yes. Quick shower and quick shower, if possible, long shower.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm from Malaysia.
Yes, thank you, Anili.
Thank you.